So I just got back from VidSummit, which for those of you who don't know is a conference specifically for YouTube creators where a bunch of the top creators in the world gather to share their secrets for growth on YouTube. And while I was there at VidSummit, I realized that 90 to 95% of YouTubers aren't doing one thing, even some of the top YouTube creators in the world. And that one thing is YouTube automation. Now, there are certainly some elements of automation that these big YouTubers can incorporate into their strategies, but for the most part, very few people take the YouTube automation approach from the get-go. In fact, there's still so many full-time YouTubers who can't even comprehend the idea of outsourcing an entire YouTube channel and doing it successfully. So I think that's what makes the YouTube automation approach so unique and so different, is that very few people can even wrap their minds around it and execute on it. So in this video, I want to discuss some of the key differences in the YouTube automation strategy versus a traditional approach to YouTube. And in fact, I think these differences are actually advantages in what makes YouTube automation a great career or side hustle. The first difference is that many people who do YouTube automation are able to view it more as a business instead of a passion project or a creative outlet. And that's not to say traditional YouTube creators can't build a business out of their channel, but it's different when you're starting a channel with that business mindset versus just creating videos and trying to put everything you can into the creativity of your videos. I like to look at YouTube automation as more of an investment of money than an investment of creativity and time, which traditional YouTubers probably view. In most cases, that is the path to growing on YouTube. It's investing your time and your energy into creating the best videos you can and hoping of building an audience. Conversely, when building YouTube automation channels, I'm looking at trying to build the lowest cost processes and videos possible and getting a return on every video I produce. So from the very beginning, it's just focusing on the input and output of the channel rather than how much time and energy I can put into a single video to make it as good as possible. And that kind of highlights the difference in goals between a YouTube automation creator and a traditional YouTuber. The traditional YouTuber is probably looking at views and looking at subscribers. But from a YouTube automation perspective, while those numbers are important for growing the channel and kind of tracking your progress over time, the number I really care about is the revenue. So I could care less if we have 1,000 views or 1,000,000 views, as long as the revenue is producing a good return on the input that I'm putting into the channel. The second difference in YouTube automation channels is that it's a much more passive model. I heard from so many creators at VidSummit who are pouring hours and hours a day into creating their videos, and it is more than a full-time job. I mean, you even see these top YouTube creators like Mr. Beast, who still spend 6 or 7 days a week, more than 8 or 10 hours a day, working on their videos. And there's no doubt that they're wildly successful, but the fact is they're trading that for spending every hour of their day working to grow on YouTube and continue that growth. Whereas someone who's building a YouTube automation business can work maybe a couple hours a week on the high end and still earn a full-time income. And this was a big realization for me, because while I admire YouTubers who are able to create content like this and grow and reach huge audiences, I realized that it's not for me to put in 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week to achieve that kind of success. Mostly because I worry about burning out at some stage and being unable to continue that momentum. On the other hand, with a YouTube automation business, I can earn a livable income while working only a few hours a week on a channel, and that's a much more sustainable lifestyle that gives me plenty of time to do other things that I enjoy. The third and final difference I realized about YouTube automation creators is that you don't need to be that creative to have success on YouTube when you're doing YouTube automation. Again, people who build massive channels and appear on camera and craft these really high quality videos, it's great content without a doubt, but it takes so much time to think about every little detail in your video, from the ideas to the writing to the editing, and that's why they pour hours and hours of time into it. But with YouTube automation, we're much less obsessed with perfection in every video. That allows us to push out more content and be willing to hand off most of the production to people on our team. A lot of creators at VidSummit spoke about struggling to hand off editing or hand off filming to other people because they are so used to doing every step of the process themselves. And that just holds you back. It takes more time and gives you less time to enjoy other things. But with YouTube automation, you're building it for that reason from the very beginning. So maybe we don't create videos that get millions and millions of views, but we still create mostly enjoyable videos that can scale with a production team with very little input from ourselves. Really, with YouTube automation, as long as you have good ideas and you hire the right people to help you execute on them, you don't have to be a creative mastermind or a wildly talented camera person or editor, because you just know how to put the pieces together and execute on a formula that very few other YouTubers are capable of even considering. So while I had a great time seeing and hearing from some of the top creators in the world at VidSummit, it's only reinstated my confidence in the YouTube automation business model. Plus, the fact that there are so few people who even know that YouTube automation is possible just shows me that we're in the right place, and it is still definitely a great idea for a long-term and sustainable business. And of course, that's what I'm here to talk about on this channel, to show you how we run our automated YouTube channels and help you do the same. So if you want more details and even some inside access to our channels, be sure to join our membership below so you can get access to all of our documents and processes that we have available right now. And I'll be happy to discuss with you guys to hear what you guys want to see in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.